Patient I am sometimes. I was at a function last night, and it didn't hit me because the people that invited me out to it were Caribbean, but I didn't think it was gonna be like a crazy Caribbean function until like I seen like 100 flags out in that motherfucker and going stupid the whole way.
For real.
Oh man, you gotta love motherfucking UF homecoming. So yeah, so I'll pause y'all. Let me give y'all the low key, right? So we at the function. I'm talking about you see every flag possible. Trinidad, Barbados, Haiti, Jamaica, um, Guyana, like every flag. I even think I seen a Puerto Rican nigga out there. Like everybody and their mom was out in this bitch. And like I just was Haitian as fuck. Is I only was going crazy up to the Haitian shit. And I was like, I forget how Haitian I am until like I really get put in the mix with 100 Zos.
I heard something different about Haiti than like it was something I always hear about the Dominican Republic, but then they said about Haiti, and I was like, I never heard that about Haiti. And it was some Caribbean people. Y'all don't know. I work at a store that sells shoes to a lot of Caribbeans. Um, they were telling me about yeah, my like they're like my brother-in-law went to the Dominican Republic, and I was like, oh, I bet he lived it up. Like people go to the DR and like $500, they king, like you do whatever the fuck you want. He's like, yeah, and I was like, well, you gotta be careful because like you the same token that you're having a good time, there might be that same people that might be, people get kidnapped out in DR a lot or held for ransom and shit like that because you see a girl, the girl's feeling up on you, and also you didn't know the girl was in with the local gang, and now the gang got you. But then they're like, that don't happen over there. That happens in Haiti. Don't go to Haiti. I was like, I've never heard that about Haiti. I also don't know many people that ever go to Haiti. But he was like, yeah, that should. I was like, bro, you're changing my mind. I was like, bro, for 10 years I've been saying the same thing about DR. Like, right, you gotta just be careful because like someone will
Yeah,
grab
that
you.
doesn't. I mean, yeah, that doesn't really happen like that in the DR. I mean, you can get killed. You can't get murked in the DR. Like you get murked and like the police are pretty corrupt and you could pay the shit off. Like a person that murks you can pay the shit off, no problem. Like I seen my dog from DR. He was showing me one of his peoples. They got into an argument at the bar. So like Jit went to like behind the bar and grabbed like the biggest knife and just put it in the back, put it in Jit head. And I was like, no way. So yeah, shit gets wicked out there in the DR. But Haiti is like really bad, especially right now, because Haiti doesn't have a structured government to go against the gangs and like the different cartels and shit in there right now. So that shit is insane.
Yeah,
But
I've been forgetting that they're connected. Oh yeah, they
but
are.
yeah, but they're working on that right now. But we got to talk football, man. We could talk more Haitian politics and Haitian functions later. But Paul, man, NFL Week 7. You know, we're more than what is it? More than a third, I think, of the way there.
Yeah,
Because
more than
it's
30.
21 weeks. Yeah, it's 20 because it's 20 weeks if you count the playoffs and the Super Bowl. So we're slowly moving away, Paul. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been kind of
But
killing on these picks.
it is 20 weeks, but we do get that little extra like week off before the Super Bowl. I don't know if that counts, but
Mm-hmm.
they do that like the weeks.
I don't know how you know I ain't picking on the Pro Bowl. I like Team AFC to bust the boys.
No, I gotta do something about that. We're not even there. Nah, but
So
let's get into this. Fucking, we gotta talk Thursday night first. It was an ass whoop. We don't gotta talk much of it. It was ass whoop from start to finish, 33-10. Sean Payton revenge game, check. Sean Payton letting them boys know like I run this shit, check. And he did it on Drew Brees' fucking like Ring of Honor night, which was like even bigger, like check off. It was like he was the Saints had something to celebrate. Sean Payton made sure to blow that shit up. Um,
that's so funny, and I bet you I would love to know whose Ring of Honor night got announced first, Drew Brees or Matt Ryan. Like you think Arthur Blank saw them about to put Drew Brees in there and said, "Hey man, we're putting Matt Ryan in there, and we're doing it 2 weeks earlier."
Man, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know. I forget. I don't even know when all this shit gets figured out. Like, is this like something that because they be saying the schedule's made like 3 years ahead of a time, but then I don't know. I'm like, bro, some of this shit don't be making like, y'all be saying
I
shit ahead of time until all of a sudden I'm like, it is too coincidental.
facts, facts, facts.
But I mean, from the game itself, Broncos, I think we were saying it by like week 4, but like this is solidified. Their defense is the best unit on the field when it comes to them. Um, Bo Nix, he he didn't do anything to like he had
He only
160
need
yards. He
he only needs 60. He only needs 60, Paul.
Yeah, but I mean, 75 rushing yards. Like just watching him play the game, he was the better quarterback. Rattler with a couple fumbles. But fucking Bo Nix, my fucking arch enemy, bro. Every time I pick against him, he wins. When I pick him, he fucking loses. He kind of reminds me as like a white Justin Fields, just because he like just watching him play is just like if he sees there's a hole, he fucking takes it. Like there's no
He
second thought
does.
to it. He just fucking and it fucking works. I mean, 10 carries, 75 yards. That's very solid.
My biggest thing about Bo Nix and like because I really thought him and Will Levis were in the same boat. The the earlier in the weeks, but like just I think Will Levis has they trust Will Levis a little bit more in Tennessee to run an offense. So there's a little bit more less of a leash. But I thought Will Levis and Bo Nix were the same person. What I'm realizing is that Bo Nix is just he's a passionate individual that's understanding this and they just want to limit his mistakes because he probably can fuck up very easily. But I think the way that he's just managing and working within the system as a quarterback should do, I think this is where he develops. And then he has a phenomenal fucking defense to save his ass every game.
Yeah, and like to point out to my last thing I want to say to show y'all how bad of a game this was it was like 16-3 before halftime. Saints get the ball. They call a timeout. Rattler's thinking, okay, there's only like 5 seconds left. We're about to throw this bitch up. Like they called a timeout. And instead, Dennis Allen says, "No, we're just gonna need a ball out." Like, why the fuck did you call the timeout if you're gonna need the ball out? Like, it was just like the most. Even Spencer Rattler was looking back at the coach like, "What the fuck are we doing?" It wasn't a good look. But yeah, that should showcase the Saints and
Hey man,
without
I
Derek
would have
Carr.
looked if I was Dennis Allen and somebody asked me that, I would have been like, hey man, can't take him with you.
And then Alvin Kamara is now being on the trade block from what people are saying. I saw as of yesterday the rumors of him circulating being moved around. He's one of the older guys, big cap hit. They kind of they're not winning right now, so they kind of in the reset market. It looks like.
You know what I realized about those trades? So I'm wondering like why do they trade such good players for like out of nowhere type shit? Like that's just the new NFL the NFL game is based on 1000% high value. You're trying to get somebody, get rid of somebody while they're having high value. So Alvin Kamara is starting off the season like this. And there are a few teams that could need a running back one or a running back two to back up the running back one or help with carries up use carries with the number of running back one. So Alvin Kamara is not a bad trade. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And plus, this is like year 6 as a running back. I mean, everyone knows the statistics on like running back's life, and it's like if you can get a good return on this guy now, why not go get him? Like, cause like, what are you gonna do? You gonna win a Super Bowl next year? Like,
Yeah.
you might as well go
What you
get some.
thinking?
You might as well go get some fucking some picks or something to build in the future.
I like him. I like they might be able to get a fourth off of it, but I feel like they're gonna ask for a third.
Probably. Then I mean, we got like the Chiefs are in the market to win right now. The Bills are in the market to win now. These are teams that are also spending. So like, I wouldn't be shocked if like I wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys, Jerry Jones says, "Fuck it, we need a running back." Like, there's
Yes, that would be smart, but they're not smart.
then well, let's get into these picks. Enough of the recap and let's get to the actual picking segment. We got to start it off. Another London game, 9:30 Eastern time, Kev. NFL Network. Back to back weeks, the Jaguars are in London. They stayed the whole trip. They are 1-5. People are saying if they lose this game, Doug Peterson is not coming back on the fucking airplane. Um, they're taking on the 1-5 Drake May led Patriots, which showed a little bit of life last week, even though they got blown out by the Texans. Someone's walking out with a win here. Someone's leaving 2-6. Kev, which one of these teams is it? Is it? We got the Jags, the 6-point favorite over in London.
6 point favorite is crazy.
And it stayed there steady. It was like 5.5, then 6, 6.5, now back to 6. So it's like it stayed true at that 6.
So here's my thing, right? So I didn't pick the Jaguars last week because I thought strategically. I said I doubt them to lose 2 games in London. So I'd rather take my chances with the Texans and the Patriots, right? But I didn't expect Drake May to play as well as he did last game. But I also feel like there's film out on Drake May now. You can scheme and you can see how they're going to use him. And if you shut down and if you slow down that run game, Ramondre Stevenson and everything, force him to beat you and throw another 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, right? But then I remember this Jaguars defense can't guard shit.
That's what I was
So
gonna
you
ask
see,
you. I was like,
yeah,
you're really leaning on
you
that
see,
defense right now?
you see the dilemma I'm in right now. This defense is even in the game they won. Their defense let Joe Flacco throw it all over their ass. So like, I really don't know what to do here. You want to take the team that's been in London all week, that has a history of winning in London, that's slightly more veteran than that team. But the Patriots, on paper, I picked them like 2 weeks ago to beat the Dolphins, and they tried. They really fucking tried. So I don't know how you feeling.
I'm no, I'm in the same boat as you. I want to pick the Jaguars and make it easy. Like, yeah, they should beat this rookie in London, second start ever. The Patriots aren't really like, yeah, they put up 21, but it wasn't like, oh my God, their offense was really just unstoppable. It's like they just looked better than they have all year. Like that, it's not like, oh my God, this offense is now like it's hit the ground running. And it's put me in a weird position where like I don't want to pick the Jaguars and then watch as their defense lets Drake May win this game, but then I don't want to pick the Patriots and then they go out there and put up 10 points and Drake May has a normal second start to his career, like 150 yards, and no touchdowns. I see these two types of outcomes. I'm gonna have to go with the Jags. I'm gonna go with the team that probably is they've been there, a little bit more experience. I'm gonna lean more on what we said last week. If we're gonna have to pick a team, the Jags in one of these games, I'm picking them here. Give me them as the favorite, but I really wanted to come on here, Kevin, and be like, I'm taking the Patriots. Drake May is gonna win, and Doug Peterson will be fired, and he will not be taking the plane back with the team. Um, that was kind of gonna be my hot take. But like looking down the slate, there's a few other dogs that I feel like are gonna be barking, and I can't load my card up with dogs. So I'm gonna go with the Jags here.
Yeah, I'm also going to take the Jags. Do I feel good about it? Fuck no. But I just can see this Patriots offense as a team you can take away a strength and turn them into a one-dimensional team. So if you can slow this run game down and force Drake May to throw the ball, it's up to your secondary and your pass rush to stop that. That's it. Y'all do that. Y'all score 16 points. Y'all win this game. But if y'all don't do that, which I'm not asking for a lot, but if y'all don't do that, they lose this fucking game.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be up for this game. Then let's move on to our second game on the slate. First 1 o'clock game to break down. Home game for the Atlanta Falcons, Kev. You're a 3-point favorite taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The battle of the
Oh, really? Oh, I
yeah,
haven't looked at the slate at all this week. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
yeah, we got a 3-point favorite. We got Falcons at home with the Seattle coming to town. Seattle's 3-3, Falcons 4-2. These are some must-win games for both of these teams if they have any shot of some playoff hopes or even division winners. Because Seattle's dreams are still alive in that race. How are we feeling about this game? Should be pretty close.
Yeah, it's gonna be definitely I think there's gonna be some very explosive game. I think Seattle knows how to get a play put together. They still got Tyler Lockett. DK's always gonna eat. And those running backs are who I fear most on this team. Charbonnet and what's big dog name? Kenneth Walker.
Yep.
So I see the Seahawks team as a team that can talk to their offense, give them boys a pep talk, and say, "Hey, we got to lock in." Gino can play well, especially on third down. But if our defense can come ready for the run, our secondary can make plays. So if you want to throw it with Gino, you can throw that motherfucker. But boy, you better be precise because we gonna be off top waiting for you. Justin Simmons, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, like the secondary has been playing legit, and we have that bend don't break mentality. So when these running backs are getting these 5 yard gains, 6 yard gains, 7 yard gains, random first downs, I think on we come back and we get the stop for the tackle for the loss. We get the sack. We get the DK. We get the pass deflection, and that's what turns catches them in the third and long, and that's when we make Gino make the mistakes. So I really want to see how our defense matches up against the offense, as well as Kirk and the boys is coming to play. We home right now. We lit. We've been smashing motherfuckers whenever they come to the crib. So we doing good right now. And I think it's probably our last home game, and we're gonna go on some road trips. So I think our last 3 games have been at home. The Bucks. No, we just went to Carolina. Never mind.
Yeah, and then you're also on a 3 game win streak. Y'all could make it 4 in a row with this one. And on the flip side, Seahawks on a 3 game losing streak. They could make it 4 in a row in this one if they lose.
I mean, they played the 49ers quite well, I think, closer to the end of the game. And maybe if they had stopped George Kittle, the boys could have had a better chance of winning the game. If Gino just played a little bit better, they could have won that game. But that's what it comes down to. Can we make Gino look quite normal? Don't make him look like the comeback player of the year this year. How do
See,
you
that's
think my Falcons are gonna bust their ass?
see, this is why I'm leaning with the Seahawks here on the road. I think the games where the Seattle's look like the games they lost and they look bad was with teams where like Geno Smith was getting a lot of pressure and a lot of sacks. And the one thing about the Falcons defense, yes, y'all added Judon and he added a little. Y'all just
Oh
still
no,
don't
we
have
no
like
pressure.
y'all don't have a pass rush that's like y'all can lean on throughout the game. Yes, y'all can get a sack here or there, but it hasn't shown itself yet for constant pressure. And and if there's like this thing where if Kenneth Walker touches the ball 15 times or more, it's like their chance of winning is like 80 something percent versus when he only touches the ball like less than that. It's like one of those weird statistics. And if I seen that, I know they saw that. So I think they try to get the running games going. Both defenses, honestly, really bad against the run. You got like the ninth worst defense against the run and like the seventh worst defense against the run. And both teams can run the ball. So it's like who's gonna be the more effective running team? Both are gonna try to do that. I'm gonna lean with the Seahawks here as one of my first dogs. Gino, yes, the Falcons have a really good pass defense, but without that pass rush, I think Gino's gonna be able to like cut it up a little bit more.
I can respect that. That's what I'm saying. Can we make Gino look human? And I think we have the defense to do that. And then we got to get ready for Baker and them boys. But we're not looking past the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's another thing. I might be looking ahead. Next game, we're going back to back with our teams. Colts are a 3 point favorite at home without Jonathan Taylor. And Joe Flacco will not be starting. Anthony Richardson is healthy again. He will get the start. And they're taking on the Miami Dolphins coming into town. Colts 3 point favorite. Dolphins 3 point road dog. No Tua. Still going to be the Tyler Huntley.
Damn. I was gonna
You
pick
know,
y'all.
if Tua
I
was
was
playing,
gonna
there's
pick
no way the
y'all.
Colts are a fucking favorite. If Tua was playing, the Miami's like a 3 point favorite here instead of
I
a
was
three.
gonna I was gonna pick y'all niggas. I still might, but I was gonna pick the I thought you was gonna tell me Tua coming back the way you said beat Miami Dolphins.
No, but I'm gonna tell you why I got the Dolphins though. It's just the same day you said about the Jaguars, where their defense is non-existent. The Colts have allowed like 300 passing yards to every quarterback that's coming in that motherfucking building. It's in a dome. People don't like. You gotta also realize that when you're breaking down quarterback play, when you play in a dome where there's no air resistance, no sun in your eyes, all that, like quarterbacks tend to have better games. So they're in a dome against one of the worst passing defenses in the league. No Jonathan Taylor for Anthony Richardson to lean on. Anthony Richardson, I mean, this receiving core does not look good when Anthony Richardson's in the game. And I'm really just hoping that the Dolphins play a really good defensive game, force the Colts to make their own mistakes, and Tyler Huntley off of bye week Another week in the system. He's slowly looking better. I think this week this is gonna be the best this offense is gonna look under Tyler Huntley off the bye against a really bad defense, and I'm taking us as the dog here, back to back dogs for me. But I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, there is nothing they have shown you for you to pick them. So I'm not forced. There's no gun to your head. It's like, yeah, Kev, ride the Dolphins train with me because they haven't shown nothing for anyone to sit here and believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. And
The
hopefully
Dolphins as a
last week
dog.
without Huntley. This might be the last week without Huntley. So also you might throw everything in the kitchen sink at him.
How who? What's the Colts look like against the run game?
The Colts. I can pull it up for you real quick.
Because let me see, and you guys have all three of your running backs.
Yeah, but our running backs are pretty good. And like they realize Achane isn't the real running back. He's the change of pace guy. Like he's the Tony Ballard of our team to the Ezekiel Elliott. Mostert and Jalen Wright are kind of taking over as like 10 to 15 touches each down the middle. And then Achane's gonna get the screen work, the fast off the side. He's getting those fun plays. But against the rush, specifically, the Colts are second last in the league. We're giving up 155 yards per game.
I have the Dolphins.
Yeah. They might be the worst defense in the league. Third worst total defense, giving up 390 yards per game.
What you found out on PFF?
I just go on the ESPN app, go to defensive rankings, and from there I can see the whole list.
Okay.
And
So
if you're
yeah,
going to like score or like allowed points per game, they're like, they're not that bad. They're middle of the pack from scoring.
yeah. I'm taking the Dolphins. I'm expecting y'all to run all over these mother truckers.
All right, I appreciate the support.
Because that's how y'all beat the Patriots. Y'all ran on theirs, and I was like, finally, they figured it. They figured out they had some type of strength on them boys.
Yeah, no, I hope we can play. We win this. We're 3-3, and Tua potentially is back next week, and that's the best we could have hoped for. So let's keep it sliding. 1 o'clock game, CBS 8.5 point spread. It was 9.5. Bills 4-2 taking on the Titans. This is kind of. I mean, we're both going to take the Bills here. I don't think that's going to be a shocker. Will Levis is starting. That's going to be another Will Levis starting. Yeah, picking against him, but I will say someone pointed out that it is kind of funny that like Will Levis was getting all the Josh Allen comparisons coming in. Like this was supposed to be like Josh Allen versus old Josh Allen. Like in reality, we got Will Levis who's barely even on a fucking team right now, and then Josh Allen who still an MVP race.
Yeah, he's still there, but the Bills are a complete team right now. They've been whenever they can completely run the ball with James Cook, Josh Allen gets his rushes off, and he's not forcing these crazy throws down the field, and
And Amari
limiting these.
Cooper.
And they do. Oh fuck, he's playing. Is he
He
eligible
should
to
be
play?
playing, but it's gonna be one of those where limited packages. He's not, he doesn't know the full playbook. But that was gonna be my. Do you think he scored? Do you think they find a way to get his ass in? Like, hey, welcome to the team, bro. Fuck Cleveland. Get that boy's morale going.
I mean, this is definitely the game to try because I don't think their pass defense is crazy like that.
The only thing that's kind of scary is you said last week that they don't give a fuck about Josh Allen getting hit as a quarterback. And the one thing the Titans do got is a good defensive line. They still have Jeffrey's big ass and Landry's big ass in the middle. They still have like the fucking same D line that's been like the year for the last 5 years. So like that's the only hope the Titans fans could have. But yeah, no, we're going with the Bills here. Bills rolling through town. Put an X on your list, Kev. They cannot be picked as a lock. They are over 7 points. Then we got the game of the week. Man, I wish this game was prime time. I wish this was Monday or Sunday night. Packers, 2.5 point favorite at home, taking on the Houston Texans.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, Packers 2.5 point favorite, Kev. Texans 2.5 point dog. Packers are at home. It is Lambeau. The future, you got CJ Stroud, Jordan Love. Honestly, like two of the better offenses in the league right now coming into meeting in the middle here. So they expect a good ball game. I honestly don't know how to pick it. Texans coming off a 3-game win streak. Packers coming off a 2-game win streak. Packers at home. Packers are the favorite here, Kev. How do you feel this game's going to go?
Oh, this is gonna be electric. This is gonna be fun, and it's gonna come down to a mistake. And both these quarterbacks are young, and I'm not gonna say they make hella mistakes. They're not Josh Allen's or anything, former Josh Allen's or anything, but they have shown that in crunch time they could get caught slipping. So I don't know, man. I'm expecting these both offenses to come ready to play, but I don't think either of these defenses to really let up like that. So this is gonna be an electric game. This is gonna be good. This is gonna come down to coaching.
Yeah, no, it is. I really like the Packers here. Don't get me wrong. Like I think Jordan Love has played great ball. Their defense has made great turnovers, but there's something in my feeling like I honestly think the Texans are a better team all around. They have the third best defensive. They led up the third least amount of yards as a defense as a whole unit. They have like a top 5 pass defense in yards per game. So like they're the unsung hero. I think is that pass defense that no one really is talking about. They everyone loves the C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon story, but those passes I was telling you that people were talking about with Jordan Love, he was squeezing them into some super tight windows. I think a couple of those might be a little, that one might be an interception this game. And I'm gonna go with the Texans here as a road dog. Not feeling this isn't my most confident pick because I could also see like Jordan Love coming in 3, 4 touchdowns type shit. But yeah, I'm going to Texans here, moving on 6-1.
I respect them, man. I mean, the Texans are balling. They've played great teams. Like they've made Josh Allen look quite normal. They let Joe Flacco throw all over their ass. But I'm taking the Packers. I think that
I'm happy we're
home
split on this.
environment, yeah, that home environment is gonna be a difference maker. This isn't like um this isn't like Jerry World. The Lambeau, there's a real home field advantage. But unless it's but my biggest reason for it was cold outside yesterday. And whenever it's cold outside, Matt LaFleur starts coaching his best ball. They know what they're doing, man. So I'm taking the Packers on this one.
All right. I'm happy we're split on that one. Because it really only could go either way. Is this another 1 o'clock game? Yeah, a couple more 1 o'clock games. Last three. We got divisional game. Giants 3-point dog at home taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. If we started this, if
Yeah,
this was week 1 match,
yeah.
we would be sitting here like, oh, Eagles probably gonna come in here, blow them up. But Kev, I honestly, this game is one of the closer games in my opinion. With I think this is the Giants is getting all the way up for this game. Like the Giants know, like, okay, we might not win a Super Bowl this year, but we're gonna make sure damn sure the Eagles don't either. And I think they don't. I don't think the Giants like Nick Sirianni. I don't think they like Jalen Hurts. I know for a perspective, Giants fans think Jalen Hurts will do the same thing that Daniel Jones is doing there for New York. Like they think Jalen Hurts is so overrated. They think he's just a what's it called a tush push merchant. What has he done this year without Jason Kelsey being the one that helping him at the O line? Like they've been really on his ass, and boy will it get loud for Sirianni and the Eagles if the Giants can beat them here at home. Their defense has been playing a lot better. Daniel Jones, I won't say he's playing better. He's playing decent. He has his moments. I'll give him that. But Malik Neighbors is back and healthy. Devin Singletary's back and healthy. Giants are
I
getting
mean, so
healthy.
yeah, it sounds like they have a full squad. It's no excuses. Like AJ Brown and them is pulling up. Devontae Smith is pulling up. They looked good last game. And
Who'd look good? The Eagles?
AJ Brown did.
Oh, I was about to say the Eagles it was a dogfight with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. And the Eagles know they need to win. Nick Sirianni knows he needs to win. But Daniel Jones and them boys coming through with a healthier team, I think this is gonna come down to the trenches. It's the Eagles O line versus them big three motherfuckers that for some games when they play in sync look like animals. They don't play in sync every game, but for the games that they've looked in sync, they played tough. Versus this Eagles O line that doesn't have their former Hall of Famer. So I would pick the Giants because I do like this Giants team to get pressure on them. I just don't trust Daniel Jones more than I would trust a Jalen Hurts with a full team. And I think even though they can get pressure on the pass rush, I don't think they can cheat to where they could just go in on blitz Jalen Hurts every play. You got to still watch the run with Saquon. You got and as long as they keep them true and keep that defense honest, they can get these quick passes out to Devontae Smith. They can get the over the tops to AJ Brown. Dallas Goddard still play tight end for them. Dallas Goddard can still motherfucking eat. So even though it looks like this is the game that the Giants could win, and anything can happen in a divisional game, I'm gonna take this safe pick with the Eagles.
I got a risk for the biscuit here, and I'm putting all my chips onto this Giants defense. And everyone's gonna say it's a Saquon Barkley revenge game, but there is nothing for him to get a revenge. If it's anything, it's the Giants general manager revenge game. Because all the reports that Saquon, they never offered me a contract, and then Hard Knocks episode comes out, and they literally showed a phone call where he offered him the contract and everything he wanted, and instead he took I think he took $1 million less to go to the Eagles, and
I did the same.
but the rumors were Saquon's team was coming out saying, "Oh, they never offered us. If New York wanted us, we would have stayed." So when they came out on Hard Knocks, like, "Oh, y'all motherfuckers is lying that the Giants did offer y'all, and y'all just chose straight up that y'all want to go to a team that might be better." So I think, and it's in New York. I won't be shocked if the Eagles win this game later in the season down in Philly, but in New York with those fans, I really think this is a game where like everyone might think Saquon wants the revenge. Nah, I think it's the Giants, and I think they're gonna play their best ball, and they have like a top 10, statistically a top 10 defense on both sides of the ball. Run game is really good. They're really good against the run as well, and I really what Jalen Hurts has shown me this year is if he doesn't have anyone he can lean on, they kind of collapse, and if they can't lean on
Yeah,
Barkley and they need to throw it out, I'm riding with this New York Giants defense here as the home dog.
I respect it. We love a home dog. Wait,
And
who was the dog? The Texans were the dog in the last game. You got some dogs on your slate.
yeah, no, I got 4 dogs right now. That's why I said I had to go with the Jags over the Patriots because I would have been looking crazy with like 8 dogs this week. Then we have divisional game. Honestly, another game that should have been on prime time. Vikings 1.5 point favorite at home against the Detroit Lions.
They're the favorite.
Yeah, they're 5-0, motherfucker. They better be the favorite. Ain't no one even knocked them bitches out at all. They're undefeated. The Lions 4-1. So this is honestly first. This is for the first spot in the division. The Bears are 4-2. Packers are 4-2. All these teams are a must win, and they're all in the. They need to win divisional games. So this is gonna be massive implications for the playoff picture for this division. Vikings 1.5 point favorite. Here we go, Kev. Lions. It sounded like to me you was as soon as you heard that line, like Lions. It sounded like you was leaning Lions off the jump, especially as a dog. And I heard you were. Oh, it sounded like you didn't have any dogs on your paper.
What you talking about?
What is it? I mean, here. Who do you got this game?
I love the purple and
Remember,
gold.
this is Jared Goff against one of the best defenses in the league.
Skull, nigga. I love the Lions. I mean, I love the Vikings. Skull, nigga. Skull. But I'm taking the Lions, boy. I need to be a dog on this day, right? But do you see? Here's my thing, right? The Lions can come into this game one of two ways. They can come in realizing like, yo, we got to go play a 5-0 team. But this is a 5-0 team that's shown us that if we want if they want to beat us with Sam Darnold, Prove it. Prove it. If you want to beat me with Sam Darnold, prove it. But here's the thing. They just came off of the scoregami game where they beat the shit out the Cowboys. So they could come in hype, overdo it, going crazy, right? But there was one thing that happened. Nobody really, though they beat the shit out the Cowboys, nobody went into that locker room lit. Everybody wanted to know how Aiden Hutchinson was doing. So now you got the team screaming, wanting to see how their dog's doing, wanting to see if he made it through.
He's
So
done.
I, I'm expecting this team to get up for this game, understand that they're gonna have to play harder, tougher without the heart of their defense. So I'm gonna take the Lions in this game.
So you got the second best rush defense in the league taking on the third best rush defense in the league. You got this, and also the Lions are the fourth best pass defense. I mean, fourth best passing offense, fourth best rushing offense. So like, there's overall one of the best offensive units. Um, I'm gonna say to you, Kev, Aiden Hutchinson, he was that glue that made other parts of that. That secondary isn't that good, but if Aiden Hutchinson and that unit can get to the quarterback in 2.5 seconds, the secondary can look decent.
Mm.
Think I'm gonna combine two things. No, Aiden Hutchinson, arguably the best pass rusher in the league, going up against the best offensive unit in the league, offensive line unit in the league, and what this Vikings offensive line has been doing. And if Sam Darnold has the time to throw the ball, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Jalen Naylor, and even Hawkinson might be back for this game. They traded for Cam Akers because Aaron Jones got hurt, so like they're in a win now mentality, and I think it's shown. I think the Vikings defense is legitimately gonna. Jared Goff is gonna play one of his worser games. We're gonna see an interception potentially, a fumble potentially, and it's all because of Brian Flores' crazy defensive packages that he's throwing out there. It's fucking up everybody. Like it's week in, week out. He's changed. He's making like custom defense packages for every quarterback in the league. So like what you saw on tape last week will not be shown to you this week because you're a different quarterback with different skill sets, and it's kind of crazy what he's doing over there. And offensively, I don't think the Lions defense is gonna be able to get to Sam Darnold and get past that O line. So I'm gonna go with the home
Yeah.
favorite here. Give me the Vikings here, and I think kind of big. I think they just keep. I put a fork in them.
Yeah, I think as a betting man, I think this is one of those sneaky games for Vegas. They're like, oh, everybody's gonna take the Lions as a dog. Who's not taking the Lions as a dog?
Who
But
not doing it?
I think I have to be that guy. I have to be the guy that falls for the trap.
Nah, I don't blame you because that's another game. Like I said, that's two games I think should be on prime time that month. Now let's get into our last 1 o'clock game, divisional game. Browns are 5.5 point dog at home taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. We outlined this for the Bengals last week. They have to win their next three, which is very potential. They can. They have a very winnable next three. This is one of the three here. And the Browns just got rid of Amari Cooper. It seems like they're done. Like they're. I mean, if you trade away your best receiver in the middle of the season, to me that just seems like maybe you're like kind of out of it. Um, the only thing that's scary is like someone pulled up the statistics. Like Joe Burrow is like 1-4 against the Browns in his career. He's never beat the Browns in Cleveland or some shit. Like the Cleveland Browns, for whatever reason, tend to show up when they play Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. I think Kevin Stefanski is just he just they and they Kevin Stefanski and those D coordinator, the defensive coordinator, they scheme very well against Joe Burrow. Because I feel like we don't really see Joe Burrow fuck fuck people up like that. I just think morale is really low in Cleveland right now. Like,
All time low.
yeah, I don't think this team is coming to practice thinking like, yo, we finna beat them boys. I think they're very much like, hey, I finna get my reps in, I finna play my game, and I finna get my motherfucking bonuses at the end of the season. So I don't think this team is coming in with the mindset like, yeah, man, we always beat Joe Burrow. We finna fuck him up. I think these players are coming in ready to be like, hey, man, I get my bag regardless. They're not gonna switch in. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just play my game.
I think the same. I think the Browns are checked out. If they were like 3-3 right now, but playing horrible football, but like the same last couple games, but they win on like field goal games, and they're 3-3 instead of 1-5. I could see them beating them off the fact that the Bengals defense is arguably one of the worst in the league. They can't really stop shit. So maybe the offense comes alive, and Nick Chubb is in the building. He's healthy. He might even play this game, which that might bring some morale to the team. But that I think if the Bengals can put up 27, they should win this game. Even 21, they could win. They should win this game. Then that was onto our 4 o'clock games. We got 2 games where we cannot lock up, Kev. We got 2 back-to-back 7 points or more. Oh, real quick.
I forgot to say, what's it called? And watch for Myles Garrett in the A gap.
Oh, okay, Mr. Belichick.
Watch for Myles Garrett in the A gap.
We got our back-to-back. We can't put any of these teams on our locks. We can dog one of them up if you're feeling frisky. We got Commanders 9.5-point favorite at home taking on the Panthers. Commanders coming off the loss to the Ravens, where they definitely showed up and played a great game. You can't knock them for that. They just happen to go against a Super Bowl type of team. Panthers, the Andy Dalton Express has kind of been running out. But people are saying this could be closer than you expect because Washington's defense still isn't that good. So, like, maybe Andy looks good here. I'm personally not going to believe in that. I'm going to go with the Commanders to win this game. But I could see the Panthers offense looking good, like Chuba Hubbard, who's low-key like a top 5. Chuba Hubbard low-key is like top 5 in rushing yards right now. Like, and no,
Chuba Hubbard's in baller.
Yeah, Marcus is screaming it. And the group chat be clowning the fuck out of him. Someone said he was trying to post on something like ChubaHubbard.com, and someone said I clicked on that link and it signed me up for unemployment. And I was like, God damn, like they have been like so anti Chuba Hubbard, even though he's been snapping for them lately. And so I'm going with I almost said the Bengals. I'm going with the commies at home. But maybe Andy Dalton looks alive, shows that rookie that the vet got a little bit left in him.
I love to see it. I mean, I'm glad you said good things about the Panthers because I'm not like the fuck it is. They got to figure something out, and this is not the week to do it. I seen a meme the other day of Bryce Young looking at Andy Dalton and smiling, and it was like, when you know you're gonna get your job back.
When you see him fucking up, like, yeah, it ain't that easy, is it?
So yeah, I definitely am not taking the Panthers. I don't think I'll be taking the Panthers. Didn't take the Panthers last week. Not taking the Panthers this week, and I'm probably not gonna take the Panthers next week.
No, they're 1-5, so like that's a good formula for success. And our other big spread, 7-point favorite here are the 1-4 Rams. One of the uglier games. Rams taking on the Raiders in LA. Should be some Raiders fans probably in that building. But the Rams 7-point favorite, I was kind of shocked to see that. I wouldn't put the Rams as a 7-point favorite against anybody right now. But everything we've said about the Browns, we have to say about the Raiders. They traded away Davante Adams for a future draft pick. Jacoby Myers is probably going to be hurt this game, I believe. Their other wide receiver. They got rid of Josh Jacobs in the offseason. They have a second-year Aiden O'Connell, who was like a 4th or 5th round pick, running the show right now. They benched Gardner Minshew, who was at least putting up some yards. And the defense lost Christian Wilkins for the year. So now it's just, and people are saying Max Crosby should probably be traded just to, just fucking get rid of everybody.
Trading Max Crosby would be crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a kicker get traded before.
No, the defensive end.
Oh, I'm thinking. I don't know why.
You thinking about Mason Crosby? Yeah, but yeah. But that's where the mentality for the Raiders is. That is why I understand the 7-point spread, but still 7 points for the Rams. It's kind of crazy. Cooper Kupp will be back though. The Cooper Kupp show will start again.
Yeah, I mean, Raiders cooked. Is that how we come in every week? Cooked.
They might be. I'm not the one trading away star receivers for 3rd round picks. That's not me. I woke up and I should have said Miami Dolphins trade Tyreek Hill to blah 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 for a third round conditional second rounder, I would be okay if you said my team was cooked.
Yeah, yeah, it's giving big cooked. I mean, it's I'm not mad at that trade just because of how bad their team is and how much as long as they're not paying any of that contract.
None of it, not a fucking dime.
Yeah, as long as they're not paying any of that contract, I respect it. But yeah, I got the Rams, and we'll see if Cooper Cup can come back alive this game, and this team start reeling back because I have them going to the conference championship.
And I'm taking the over on Cooper Cup's yards, over on his catches, and I'm taking the Kyron Williams touchdown score because, like you said a couple weeks ago, that is the most automatic thing in the league right now.
It's the new Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown.
No, that's the Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry anytime touchdown score. I went to go check the other day. It was like minus 350. I was like, what the fuck? Like that's insane odds. Minus 350.
They know he gonna do
The
it.
Bills over the Titans is like minus 350. That's how much of a lock that is right now.
Yeah.
Then we got our final 4 o'clock and only 4:25 game of the slate. Best game, another primetime game that isn't in primetime. And ooh wee, can't wait for you to hear the primetime games coming up after I say this. We got the 49ers hosting the Chiefs at 4:25.
Fuck at 4 o'clock.
This is not. We have not. Wait, like I said, wait until you hear the primetime games this week because
on Fox.
Yeah, we got Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl rematch. Fucking like the fourth Super. I feel like this team is lined up in the Super Bowl like fucking 8 times in 2 years. We got 3-3 49ers. They need to win to stay on top of the division, and the Chiefs are 5-0, looking to go 6-0 here.
Oh man, they can't keep getting away with this. I wasn't mad.
49ers 2-point favorite at home. Forgot to bring that up.
And the Chiefs are dogs.
Chiefs are dogs.
So they can't keep getting away with this, Paul. Fox needs to be stopped. I bet you they got Tom Brady broadcasting this motherfucker.
Oh, they do, bro. Yeah, Fox don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they need to be stopped. They're getting all the best games. They must have Roger Goodell in the chokehold.
Their excuse though, they got it's America's game of the week. Well, I can't switch it up. That's America's game of the week. That's what they be holding on to.
They finesse. Whoever came out with that in like 1970, 80 something, that was a bag they ran with and never let go. But this is going to be a fun game because the 49ers are an I need to win mentality, and the Chiefs are I think we can beat you mentality.
But I feel like the 49ers are the best 3-3 team in the league. Like they be putting out like Brock Purdy has yet to have a bad game. Even the games that are bad are like 300 and something yards and 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. It's like
yeah, they're great. I think they just turn off. Like I think they just like because it's natural. It's human nature though. Because I was playing flag football last week, right? And I shouldn't because I be wearing my brace. My wrist is only like 80%, right? But we was out there balling, right? And we get up by like 4 touchdowns, Paul. And we only win this game by 2 points. Because like once you put your foot on the gas, it's just once you take your foot off the gas, it's just but keeping your foot on the gas is what was killing them. Once you took your foot off that motherfucker, that momentum switches, and now these motherfuckers building confidence. These passes that they thought would drop earlier.
The defense be letting up. That's what because they do be up like 21. The Cardinals, they were up like 21-0, and next thing you know, they lose 24-21 type shit.
Bro, they have like 2 games where they had a 98% and I think a 94% chance of winning, and lost both of those to the Rams across the divisional to people in their division. Like this team,
I feel like last week they woke up. They beat the shit out of the Seahawks, 36-24, but it was really like 36-17 for most of the game.
But you've heard me. I keep saying that if Geno played a better game, that game could have been. They could have stole that one too.
That's true. But 36, I feel like I understand coming off your foot off the gas at 36. Like you putting up 36, it's not. I don't even think your foot's going. You just ran out of gas. Like bro,
but that's the thing. I fell asleep. I'm talking about off of what I seen in the second quarter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like 36 because at any game, like when the Bengals lost, like what was it, 34-31 or something? It was like in an overtime game. I was like, you can't blame the offense. Like you putting up 31. At a certain point, you got to look at the defense. But you're right, y'all couldn't make one fucking stop. There's one because. But I think this
I
is the
think
game that exactly what happens because bro, they get a Ricky Pearsall. Rookies finally starting. Gator, your boy coming out of the Florida Gators, but like he's the one that got Trent Williams as back on the team when he got shot in the off season, and then Trent Williams big ass was like, oh, I gotta get back with the team. I gotta get my boys. So he's that boy. Like he brings some of that like juice, as you would say, to the locker room. He's only a rookie. Remember when Brian Robinson came back from getting shot last year, and it was like, many men wish death upon me as he was coming out. Like you can't tell me that same juice isn't gonna happen for this game. No Taylor Swift in the building. She's going. She's getting set up for some tour or something. Someone said. Um, and the Chiefs are hurt. You can't keep getting away with this. Rashee Rice, Isaiah Pacheco, your fucking defensive end is out. Like the injury bug is gonna catch up to the Chiefs eventually. And I know that you can plug in Juju, but Juju's also banged up. He's questionable, but he coming off of that. It was like 8 catches and like 130 yards. Kelsey's is Kelsey, so he's gonna do him. But Xavier Worthy, other than that week 1 and that rushing play he had last week, which wasn't anything crazy, it was just a touchdown. Xavier Worthy hasn't really shown that he can take over Rashee Rice's like, oh no, Rice, I can be wide receiver 1. He's definitely looking like a good wide receiver 2, a speedster on the end, but he hasn't really taken over yet. I mean, they let Juju be wide receiver 1 last week, coming off of like just being re-signed to the team. They're figuring out how to win, but I but Brock Purdy is throwing 300 yards per game. I can at least count on that. Debo's going to be in this game, I believe. Brandon Ayuk. They're gonna Ricky Pearsall's joining. Kittle's having best tight end of the year type of season, and their defense. I think Fred Warner is going to be locked down on Kelsey. I say it every year when they play top end teams. Matchup wise, they have better matchups across the board than against a lot of people, and I'm gonna keep leaning on that. They can't. I don't think they'll go negative. They're 3-3. They're gonna go 4-3. This is when the 49ers turn their shit on, and then they go on like a 6 game win streak.
yeah, I think the 49ers win this game,
Oh,
to be honest.
I thought you was big Chiefs though. I thought you was Mr. Swift.
See, see. I think the 49ers win this game. I think they understand who's coming in. They don't take their foot off the gas. They hate this team, and they've lost to the team twice in the Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are known for losing these big regular season matchups. They're an insane playoff team, and I've been saying for weeks that there's going to be the game where there's going to be the game where they look human, where they look like they look human, all banged up and shit, right? But because they're coming off this bye, something's telling me like, yo, dog, I don't know, man. Andy Reid on the bye. I feel like we got to look up that
No,
stat.
he's like no, his record's like 9-1 or 10, and like, he has him and Mahomes. It's like any read with Mahomes off a bye is insane.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks to prep for this game, like to scheme, to show that see the weaknesses, to see that them boys is healthy and Devo. I don't know. I don't know. I got the Chiefs as a dog in this one. I don't like it. I think these undefeated teams go down, but I only think one of them goes down this week.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be the Vikings.
We'll see. I told you I think the 49ers win this game, but I think 2 weeks to prepare for the Chiefs, 2 weeks to prepare for Kyle Shanahan, we got something for that.
All
But
right,
the Chiefs, but this don't that the also doesn't mean shit because the 49ers played on Thursday. So they've had 10 days to prepare for the Chiefs.
facts. All right. Well, that was the game that should have been prime time. Instead, here's our prime time games of the week. We got the Sunday night game, the first of the three. Steelers 2-point dog at home with the Jets coming into town. Devontae Adams just got to the team. Most likely will be out there for limited packages, probably goal line packages with Aaron Rodgers. Um, they're a 2 point favorite here on the road, Kev. They're going into Pittsburgh, where Russell Wilson will be the starter come game time. The Justin
For
Fields
what?
experiment ended.
Is he was hurt?
Yeah, he was hurt, and then now he's not. Now his injury's fully healthy because he was a hurt. He was probably just to miss a week, but then they started winning. So then it was all kind of like they pushing it
No,
back.
I'm talking about. Oh, so Justin Fields was hurt.
No, he's not hurt. Russ is just he's healthy. That's what I'm saying. Russ was hurt week one, which Fields got the start, and then they pushed the put. They were like, oh, we'll wait for him to be fully healthy, fully healthy. But now he's fully healthy. There's no limitations, and
Wait a
so
minute.
they're gonna bench Fields and bring in Russell Wilson.
They're gonna put Russell Wilson in the game
Yeah,
on purpose, not because they have to.
not they're not. No one's forcing the hand. There's not even a questionable next to Fields' name. It is coach's decision.
Huh?
2 point dog here.
They're the dogs.
Yeah, the Patriots, not Patriots. The Steelers are 2 point dogs. It's in Pittsburgh, so they do have a good home field.
Oof.
And I know there's some statistics, probably Aaron Rodgers in prime time, blah 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 blah. But this is with the Jets, and so far he hasn't shown us shit. It's prime time, no time, fucking 1 o'clock doesn't matter.
Yeah, I got the shits. You put Russell Wilson in the game on purpose. I
See,
don't
that's what
understand
makes it
that.
so scary. Like if you would have just kept fucking Fields in, I would probably, I would take it to Steelers as a dog.
Remember, this team lost to the Cowboys 2 weeks ago,
Man, I saw the fucking Jets lose to the Broncos who threw fucking 70 yards total offense.
but that was 4 weeks ago.
What that? Yeah, that was a little bit ago. That was on when the Broncos
And
first.
and
That's what
this is
set
a
the
Jet.
Broncos off.
Yeah, and I would like to say like, oh, this is a Broncos. That was a Broncos defense that was shows they're the Broncos defense, but Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw that pick against the Vikings defense. I don't know. Maybe does he throw that pick if he has Devontae
Which
Adams there?
one? See, that's the issue where I
The
was just like,
last one, the last
I
one,
know
the
when
last
there's
one.
three of them bitches, it was
No,
like,
no. I still like him to throw the first team, but the last one, the last one. Does he throw that pick with Devontae Adams there?
oh man, this Jets defense also hasn't been nothing special. Like I'm picturing in my head how much does the offense really change for Russ? Like I know the running part of it is gone, but like now are those like missed throws? Because Russ still has a good deep ball. And it's like, are those George Pickens over the top that wasn't there before now going to be there? Like George Pickens is kind of like the DK of the team, where
I
like
look
that
at it like this, kid. Think about it. When has Russell Ever Wilson ever been good? On
long,
honest, no, no.
long.
It's not about when. Well, I guess when. It's not about the timing, but just it's not about the length, just the timing. When was he good on the Seahawks? When he had a running back. They do not have a run game to complement his shittiness. So his shittiness will be exposed. We saw what happened. Motherfucker, we saw Javante Williams just scored 2 touchdowns last week. We don't we saw what the fuck happened when they brought Russell Wilson over to the Broncos. And Javante Williams was just out of the rotation just in general for no reason.
No, that's
This
true.
dude, this dude stinks. And it's gonna show. He's the only person I know getting 2 contracts right now, right? But this dude stinks. And it's gonna show. And Justin Fields will be back in the starting lineup within the 3 weeks.
All right, yeah, I gotta go with the Jets. You talked me into it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna
Thank
ride with
you,
the
Paul.
Jets. But I'm gonna be so mad if Aaron Rodgers stinks it up again.
Oh, yeah. Notice how I didn't say Aaron Rodgers was good. I just said Russell Wilson stinks. And I just asked if Devontae was there, would he have thrown that? I didn't say he wouldn't. I said, would he?
I'm hoping for the Devontae Adams red zone touchdown.
I'm I'm just expecting them to come in very lit. Like I saw the fire that was in that offensive coordinator last week. Jit really wanted to put when that Hail Mary went over the top Monday night, he really wanted to win that game. So I'm expecting this Jets team to come in lit and feel like, hey man, we're not out of this division and we just played balls. And NFL, We don't award losses. There's no such thing as a good loss, but we look not terrible in a loss to the best team in our division.
I will say I do think the Steelers defense is the best unit on the field. TJ Watt against that O line. I'm switching my pick and I'm going with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Dang, I was hoping I didn't know. Notice I didn't bring up the defense and the Steelers enough.
And
But
we
yeah,
gotta
this
keep it moving though. Monday night, back-to-back primetime games. So start with the better of the two. Bucks are hosting the Ravens. Both teams 4-2. Bucks are three
oh
and a half.
damn, you was mad at this primetime game?
No, it's honestly the Jets and Steelers probably should have been Chiefs 49ers. But it's the next one we'll talk. The next one's not bad, but I don't think it's as good as some of the other games.
Oh,
But
there's two.
yeah, it's back as two. They had three slots to fill. Yeah, so that's why I'm
Oh,
a little
okay.
upset. You only hit on like one of the three.
Damn.
And Ravens 3.5 point favorite on the road going into Tampa Bay. Buccaneers here, home dogs. You know, I like dogs. Their offense coming off of like what was it? But we're talking about ass whoopings with the Lions. They put up
51.
51 against the fucking Saints in New
I mean,
Orleans.
one of them was a fumble, so technically I was an offense.
That's true. Oh, we want to get technical. The team put up 51. But and then the Ravens coming off, I mean, back to back great performances. It's funny that both these teams went to overtime 2 weeks ago. Also, like they went to overtime against y'all 2 weeks ago, and then they went to overtime against the Bengals 2 weeks ago, and
And only
both.
one team won.
But we got honestly the best primetime game of the week. How are we feeling about this? I have a feeling I know who you're gonna take already, but like you have been putting a lot more respect on the Bucks this year than any of the all the years put together.
I always have for respect, and I'll just call it like it is. And like this is the one year they don't start off like every year we've done this podcast, they've been like, wow, they're not playing as well as last year. They figure it out halfway through. This is the first year they came in throwing 4 touchdowns. So it's not putting respect on them. Fuck them boys. But you gotta call it like it is. We're not we gotta call it like it is.
You're not biased.
And you feel me? You know what I'm saying? This is good podcasting, right? Good journalism. But the Ravens, are they on a win streak?
Oh, one. Or no, two-game win streak actually. Is it two or what? I know it's one for sure. Oh, I'm lying. 4-game win streak. Their last loss was the Raiders, the crazy upset in week 2.
Okay, so yeah. I mean, this is not no cakewalk. I don't even think that this should have been really fairly. This is Vegas trying to get their bread kicked because I think this game could have been a pickle.
I know. That's how I felt like it's gotten smaller. It was 4.5, and now it's 3.5. So like people are betting on the Bucks at home here for that line to go towards the get smaller like that. I think it's also just Vegas really respects Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, and this defense. Like they honestly have like Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Zay Flowers last week, 122 yards. Isaiah Likely, the other tight end. Like Mark Andrews can still do his thing. Like yeah, he's not having his seasons he's had before, but it's also because now there's a wealth of talent on the field that you have to eat. Everyone has to eat a little bit, and I haven't heard. Have you heard any reports about Mark Andrews bitching about targets? Have you heard any? Like, I haven't heard. There's clips when it was third down or whatever, and Lamar goes over to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's telling him, "All right, give it to me," and he tells him, "No, like it's RPO, so no, I'm gonna fake it to you, and I'm gonna take it." And then Derrick Henry's trying to tell him something about like icing it. It's third down, and then he legit just tells Derrick, "No, I'm gonna take it," and he's like, "All right, well, um." Just be safe with the rock or something. But like it was no like like there was no egos involved. It was literally like no, this is what we're gonna do to win the game, and everyone was just like all right, bet. Like I was just like damn, like this team is locked in. People are even showing Lamar Jackson statistically he's having a better season this year than he has on his MVP season. So is it if we're talking about and his numbers are better than Lamar than Josh Allen's, which the narrative is looking like Josh Allen is getting like the major of the votes right now. But like stack up the numbers, win loss record, all that. I don't know.
I should back MVPs if you lit. I ain't gonna lie. That boy does
And
that.
then
I
Derrick
fucking lit.
Henry, I no one's saying it now, but like I think he has like 7 touchdowns. He could potentially, if he could, he could have a Daniel Thomason s season if he could hit like the 20 mark. If he, because he only had one and one his first 3 weeks, and then like since then it's like two, two, and I think like another one, but like and then the pass he also has a couple passing receiving touchdowns on top of that. But it was just like what's stopping him from getting 20 touchdowns this season?
Well, Daniel Thomason got 31.
No, but I'm saying esque. LaDainian Tomlinson
Oh,
esque. There's just too many
no.
people on that team for him. Like Lamar's
You know,
still his rushing.
you know what's funny? There's a lot of. I was actually looking at the stats. There's a lot of people that have him got a 27 and 28. See, that's a lot more than you would think.
Really? Nah, but
Yeah,
that's
how
what the
could like
realm I'm putting him in right now. And um, I haven't said anything about the Bucks, but that's just where like with the Ravens they're looking like the team we're talking about at the beginning of the season, where like once the O line figures it out, what's really stopping that offense?
yeah, but to get into this game for I look at this game as if the Ravens defense versus this because the Bucks defense knows what they have to do. We have to come in here, we have to stop the run. Do they stop the run? No. Do you contain the run? Possible. But like you know what the fuck you have to do. Don't even fucking play. Don't even think, oh no, it's you know this man Lamar's coming to fucking put his like to put that work on. You know Derrick Henry is gonna beat you and break you down. You know this O line likes to push forward. So don't even fucking play. Come in here and you gotta keep them boys to within 80. You can keep them Derrick Henry 80, one touchdown. You can be happy with life. Kid Lamar, keep him under 8 rushes. You should be happy with life. You feel me? Get that pressure on them boys. So it's not like the Bucks can't win this game. In motherfucking Tampa, home dog, Cannon
Post
is loud,
hurricane.
prime time, post hurricane, prime time. Like the Bucks can come in and win this game, and then the Bucks can come in here. But for them to do that, they have to put up 35. Their offense has to be rolling. Their offense has to come in, and they show they can do it. But I'm picking the Ravens because I think the Ravens understand that they have to give Baker 150 looks. They can't let Baker get comfortable even once. And they have the players and the personnel to get that done. When you're in your nickel package, you can bend, but you can't break. Don't let nothing over top. And when you're in the red zone, watch Mike Evans.
15 touchdown passes for Baker. He's leading the league, and he has like a solid grip on first place right now.
He
Um,
might throw like 30 something, 30, 35 for I think.
and everything he says facts. Like their offense, they put up 35. I actually think that is what I think. I'm taking. I would take the over in this game. I honestly think that Baker's a type of quarterback where even if it's 21-0, he's not gonna be afraid to like throw that bitch out and just come back like
All right.
they won 21. Like look at the Saints game. Like the Saints came all the way back because of Baker throwing some crazy passes, but Baker threw some even more crazier passes to drop 51 type shit. Like yeah, let's keep throwing them things.
Facts.
I'm going with
But
the Ravens though on the road. It would
oh
be nice.
really?
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens on the road. Everything we said about the Bucks is true, but we gotta remember, like before the season started, Todd Bowles was on the hot seat, and it was mostly because his defense has not been hitting, and it still hasn't been hitting. Like, there's no reason that like Spencer Rattler should even started the game off looking as good as he did as a rookie. It should have been like look what the Broncos did week 2, like this complete start to finish. Like, it is what you do against a rookie quarterback. Todd Bowles' defense
Damn, Paul.
has not been like the elite defense that it's supposed to be. I know there's been injuries, all that, but I just think Lamar. I hyped him up for a reason. I just think this offense right now is rolling, and I'm taking the team that I can has more ways to win.
Yeah, I like that. I just think they have the personnel to get it done. I think John Harbaugh was getting John Harbaugh and the offensive coordinators were getting clowned for their play calling early, but now it's just like everything's meshing well. Their skilled players are showing they got skills and they're making the plays that need to be made. So you got to take the Ravens on this one.
Yeah, that one's gonna be the game to watch. But of course, NFL gives you 2 Monday night games now, because why not? You got the Charger on the road taking on the Cardinals. It's in Arizona, where the Cardinals are a 2-point dog at home. You know, we like how we like the home dogs, but honestly, two teams that me and you both are kind of like they're scrappy like they're scrappy teams. Like they're gonna be in every game. Harbaugh is kind of Jim Harbaugh has been kind of willing this team. They're 3-2. Who would have thought the Chargers are above 500 right now? And the Cardinals are 2-4. And outside of last week where they got like blown out by the Packers, they've been in every game. So this is the prime. This is the last prime time game of the night. How are we feeling here, Kev? Cardinals 2-point dog at home.
Oh, this game's gonna be better than this game's gonna be better than the Bucks and Ravens game.
I think I think there's gonna be a lot of points. I like Cardinals offense is fun, but their defense is one of the worst in the league. They like
Yeah, I'm shocked that you're not fucking with this game. This game is gonna be lit.
I think it'd be good, but I personally like maybe it's just name value wise. I rather had the Vikings Lions up here or the Packers Texans.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of good games this week. So like it's like a take your pick and you pick these three. I mean, all right, cool.
I mean, I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm not mad with this because Kyler Herbert should be that's gonna be exciting, and I think we get to see like J.K. Dobbins is low key up there in like the top running backs in the league for rushing yards,
Yup, and guess we got them on fantasy.
and the Cardinals, like I said, I think the Cardinals low key are one of those teams that have one of the worst defenses in the league, and that to me allows the Chargers to put up points, but the Chargers defense is honestly they play a lot of effort, but they're not as much better.
Yeah, I mean the Cardinals are gonna play a good game. They're gonna play tough. I just think the Chargers showed last week that they don't suck. And I'm fucking after what I seen last week, a healthier team off the bye. That's just kind of understanding. They're thinking they're gonna make a push for the playoffs late in the season. So this isn't a game they're letting up. So that's why I gotta take the Chargers.
Oh no, I'm actually 100% on the Chargers too. Like I think this like Herbert's gonna have a good game. J.K. Dobbins gonna have a good game. I any team that's going up against the Cardinals, if they have good skill players, I think they're gonna probably win the game. It's gonna be, and I'm taking the over because I think it's gonna be a lot of points in this game. I think it's 44 is when I took it, and I could definitely it's like 44 is like a 21-24 game, and that goes over. And I definitely could see a team hitting the 30s in this game.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
split on
yeah.
what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're split on 6 games this week. I think this is the most games we've been split on all year.
Yeah.
All right, Kev. Let's get this shit. We just wrapped up the Sunday through Monday. Let's move on to the best part of it, the locks and dogs. We're coming off 4-0 on the locks last week. We got to bounce back on the dogs. How do you want me to start it off here, or you got some teams you've been looking at since the jump? How you feeling?
I just did mine, but hey, since we picked against each other so much, I'll let you go first. I'll be hot if you. Oh nah, because I'm gonna let you go first since we picked each other. We picked against each other so much.
All right. So let me go down the slate here. Let me start it off with two locks. Lock number one. Ooh. Ah. All right, lock number one. It's it's probably gonna have to be. It's ugly, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings over the Packers.
Oh
Not
wow,
Packers, the Vikings over the Lions. And then
Viking. Okay,
Vikings over Lions, divisional game. That defense, like it's gonna an offensive line against a hurt defensive line with no Hutchinson. And then I'm probably gonna go with the Bengals over the Browns just because there's no more life in the Browns. I think they're completely dead. And then for my dog of the week, this is honestly at this point, whatever dog I pick against them because I feel that that is one of the most locked things of the year. If I have a dog, add the team they're playing into your parlay because that team is um I the two that really stick out to me would probably be or three that stick out to me, and it's basically off of defenses is the Giants over the Eagles with the anti Saquon Barkley game. Then the Texans over the Packers on the road, just because I think that's a 50-50 game. And then the Steelers over the Jets. I'm gonna go with the Steelers over the Jets, just because the Steelers, when I pick them as dogs, I feel like they've done me the best. They have been on my back the most. That defense against the hurt O line, a pretty bad playing O line, and like Coach Pagano said on Pat McAfee when they asked him, "Is Devontae Adams going to help them win the games now?" He goes, "Well, is Devontae Adams going to go?" He goes, "I think they're the worst kicking team in the league. So is Devontae Adams kicking field goals now? And I think they're one of the worst blocking teams in the league. Is he lining up at left tackle too now? Oh, so
Mhm.
so yeah, maybe it'll help the receivers, but there's a lot of holes in that team, and so I'm leaning with the Steelers. We're a better unit, just with a different guy at helm.
Damn, I ain't no Chuck stat like that. I gotta go watch that.
Yeah, Chuck. I was like, damn, Chuck and Bill have been letting that bit go.
Yeah, I was gonna say them boys been feeling themselves. But hey, I respect it and I don't like it. I love it. Cause I'm gonna choose the disrespectful week. Cause I felt like you could go first because you can't pick any of mine. Because I chose to pick all people that we disagreed on.
Oh, someone's winning.
I was like, not only do I think I win, I think this is in stone I'm getting this week, kid.
Okay, I have a feeling. I
So
think I know. I think I know. I know at least a couple of them. But let me hear.
let me hear a guess. Let me hear a guess. Guess my first one.
Oh, your lock or your dog?
My lock. He says you got two tries.
I feel like one of your locks is gonna be the Eagles.
You get two tries.
Oh, and then the Falcons.
Okay. Those are some really good guesses. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bird it up, you feel me? But we gonna go with the Packers as my first lock, you feel me? I think the Packers hold it down. Matt LaFleur. It's cold outside. I saw my breath last night. I don't know, man. I think Matt LaFleur, he might be able, he does his best coaching in the cold.
He does.
And then for my second lock, I'm taking the Jets and this fired up offensive coordinator. I'm expecting them and the O line to have had a conversation like, hey, y'all boys, let's lock in real quick. Y'all suck. But he said, hey, man, yeah, you guys right now, you guys are chicken shit. But if you lock in and you focus, you could be chicken salad.
I do like chicken salad.
You feel me? So that's how we coming, man. So I got the Jets.
Packers
And then
Jets.
for my dog, I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs over the 49ers. Just off the face that the Vikings are a dog. And you said they're undefeated. They better no, the Vikings are favorites. And they were like, they're undefeated. They better be favorites. So I'm like, oh, they undefeated and you made us a dog?
That's true.
Ain't
That is
nobody done
true.
ain't nobody done beat us, and you made us dog. All
Off of
right.
bye.
Have a homecoming in nothing but headphones and those Oakley shades. This
Locked in.
nigga might this nigga might have did a new State Farm commercial over the buy, bro. Oh no, kid. This is not somebody this is not a team that you should dog, but they dogged them. They just let me get my money back.
All right. So we split on a lot. And honestly, we got I took the Steelers as a dog, you took the Jets as a lock. So someone's winning one of those. Oh, this is gonna be a good week, Kev. Six
It'll be
different
fun. This is gonna be the funnest week. I might
seven,
have to
including Thursday.
I think I'm only doing homework this Sunday. Like I'm leaving the house today at 3:30, but after that, I'm only doing homework.
All right. Well, wow. I can't believe you really locked up. The Packers Texans is such a close game. I can't believe you locked them up.
Lock them up because it's cold outside, baby.
It's cold outside. Well, we appreciate everybody watching. We gotta get the fuck up out of here. I'm Paul. Pick a winner. Join with Kevin. Waterboy Savoy. We broke down NFL Week 7. We made the picks. We made the locks, and we made the dogs.